Welcome back to It's a Treat When Players Meet podcast, starring your host, Prince, the P, the P, the P, the P, the P, the P. Episode 47. Back at it. And this is a special Christmas edition. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. Hope everybody having a great Christmas. You know, I hope everybody gets what they deserve. You know, and yeah. I just hope everybody had a good one. You know? For sure. I just sent you something I want you to read out. Because I want to start off with that. Definitely. It's the song by Tupac. And the song name is Only God Could Judge Me. I really want you to read it out. But there's only one condition. You can't say nigga. You have to replace nigga with not ignorant getting goals accomplished. Every time you see nigga, you just say it, not ignorant getting goals accomplished. Okay? And you have to say it clear into the microphone. We're gonna yeah, I'll tell you when to stop. Yeah, but say it clear because Uncle Pac would be so proud of you. Uncle Pac would be so proud of you right now. So yeah. Yeah, I just want to start off with that because it's Christmas and Uncle Pac said, "Don't look at me because I'm cute. Don't look at me because I'm famous or rich." You know, this song is because you can't. What out of the world, who was the top listener of Tupac?
You.
Yeah, it was me. So that's pretty crazy. Out of the whole world on YouTube, the number one, like it was like top 1% or something. I forgot. It was like 1% or number one. So I'm a big Tupac fan, but we're gonna go on with you saying this poem.
Okay.
Tupac, Only God Could Judge Me.
Only God can judge me. Is that right? Only God can judge me now. Only God, baby. Nobody else. Nobody else. All you other. No. All you other mother effers, get out of my business. Only God can judge me now. Perhaps I was blind to the facts, stabbed in the back. I couldn't trust my own. Are you making me read this? I couldn't trust my own homies. Just a bunch of dirty rats. Will I succeed? Paranoid from the weed. And hocus pocus, try to focus what I can't see. And in my mind, I'm a blind man doing time. Look to my future, 'cause my past is all behind me. Is it a crime to fight for what is mine? Everybody's dying to tell me, what's the use of trying? I've been trapped since birth, cautious, 'cause I'm cursed. And fantasies of my family in a hearse. And they say it's the white man I should fear. But it's my own kind doing all the killing here. I can't lie, ain't no love for the other side. Jealousy inside, make 'em wish I died. Oh my Lord, tell me what I'm living for. Everybody's dropping, got me knocking on heaven's door. And all my memories of seeing brothers bleed, and everybody grieves, but still nobody sees. Recollect your thoughts. Don't get caught up in the mix, because the media is full of dirty tricks. Only God could judge me.
That's perfect. I love brainwashing you. I love brainwashing you.
I felt really cringe.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm just really white.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it felt funny. Or
Yeah.
It sounded funny.
But it's what people needed, you know. Nah, it didn't sound funny. It's just, you know, you reading it. But you know, Uncle Pac, he put like his different tone, you know, his energy into it. But he is literally exactly how you said it is how he said it, you know. But with the beat also behind it, you know, it makes with him saying it, you know. Excuse me. With him saying it, of course, you know, same thing as Justin Bieber. I can only imagine, you know, it's like a real message behind, you know. So, yeah, I just want to start off with that because, I know that a lot of people may be going through things during the holiday season, whether if it's, you know, life, work, family, chasing your dreams, just dealing with all types of life, you know what I mean? So, you know, whatever you're going through, listen to Uncle Pac, only God can judge me. So, you know, everything you had said is, you know, nothing but facts, you know. So regular day things, you know, he speaks volume, you know. It's just like Nipsey, you know, or just like Malcolm X, you know, Martin Luther King, you know, Gandhi, you know, many others, you know. So and it's just not, you know, there's other prolific people as well that are, you know, not in the front line as well, you know, doing their thing and pushing through and making a great, putting a great example down, not putting somebody down or wishing bad on someone, you know, because you may have people that, you know, do that, and it may be the closest people to you, you know. So just a friendly reminder, you know, from a song that I usually listen to when I be in the gym or drive. But I like brainwash. I like brainwashing myself, definitely, whether if it's books, movies. The movie I showed you, Rosewood, you know, to books, movies, songs, you know, I just love to rewire people's brains, you know, definitely, especially mine, so I could get a better understanding and get a higher, even Nipsey, I play songs on purpose, you know, even the YouTube and documentaries and stuff on purpose to whoever comes around to brainwash them, you know, brainwash you. I love that, you know, because that lower level thinking, that non-hustle mentality, that non-achieving, non-believing, that hater mentality, that negative energy, that brain rot mentality, and it is not good, you know, to put out on the earth, you know, because whether if you're black, white, Asian, white, or tall, short, big, fat, whatever, you know, you're a seed that's planted on the earth, and you need good sunlight and good water to grow the right way. And also, it's not an end all be all, just a friendly reminder, because I know you hear it a lot, but it may be cool to hear it from, a different source. But, if you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, I'm a true believer. I'm a firm believer on it's not the end. It's not the end all be all. You know what I mean? So I really believe that you could mold yourself and change your stuff around. You know what I mean? Whether if you're dealing with vices, or you've been in a bad relationship, or you grew up this way, or whatever the situation is, I'm a firm believer on you can really transform yourself into a different person and a better person. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So that's what only God could judge me. The stuff that you just said, you understand, so, because I'm the type of person where it's like, shit, I only got a good, you know what I mean, on the earth. So that's only a blink of an eye to the universe. So I'm going to do things, and whoever's next to me, I'm going to push them and motivate them to accomplish their goals. You know what I mean? So as long as you have good ethics and morals, not on no Diddy shit, because Auntie was just talking about that. Shout out Auntie. You know what I mean? So that shit will catch up. So if you out here treating people bad or saying bad things, it's going to come and bite you in the butt. You know what I mean? And for all my people that's getting extorted and shit too, though, it's fine, because there's people that, what I mean by that is like my people that are doing right, doing good, we were talking about like people doing good, doing the right thing, and then getting what they deserve, or, things like that. So, yeah, that goes back to that, that Tupac and the Christmas, that I hope everybody gets what they deserve, so, I hope everybody's been working out, because at the end of the day, they're going to try to disarm you mentally, and physically. So, make sure you're working out. I know Thanksgiving was around, and you just got to burn those extra calories off, and feed your mind, because like I said, they're going to try to disarm you, whether if it's your chick or the people you're around, try to disarm you, because they might not be feeling their best, so you gotta be very on point and very aware of that, so just be aware, and at the end of the day, when you work out, you get to tap into yourself and level yourself up. So definitely continue to work out and push yourself, because that is important, man. They will try to disarm you, definitely, mentally and physically. So you can imagine when you get in, it's a different type of aura when you working out and you walk around, and people they got nothing but to do but to respect it. You know what I mean? Your cardio up. It was like we ran that. You know what I mean? 1.7 miles there, 1.7 miles back. So, yeah. And another big thing is, I'm wearing this vest. A little different look going on. Don't mind me. I'm just making sure I got the right angles and stuff. Don't mind me. It's a late night Christmas episode. My mentor, I'm just giving you guys gifts right now. little highlights and gifts, some highlights that you should highlight on this portal/podcast. It's a treat when players meet. Make sure you subscribe and like and tell a friend. But one thing my mentor told me was, even when you're going through things, make sure that you are looking your best. You could be down to $0. You could be down to your last, or you could be going through life situations, whatever it is, family situations or work situations. You always want to look your best, meaning working out, get your hair cut, looking at yourself in the mirror, telling yourself positive affirmations in your brain so it could subconsciously sink in and consciously sink in, and so that's how I've been moving, you know what I mean? But life isn't perfect. People aren't perfect. You don't have those days, sick days or whatever, but you really, really, really want to always look your best when you're not doing really good. You know what I mean? Shoot, I could be going through something right now, but look at me, fresh haircut. Shout out Stinging Ink, fresh braids. You know what I mean? Laid, sprayed, and paid. You know what I mean? But a nigga could be really down bad right now. No Christmas. You know what I mean? But still, pushing myself, the braces, brushing my teeth and getting up, putting deodorant on, getting up, pushing myself, running the 4 miles and pushing myself and, reading a book, researching, doing things, so it's really, really, really important, because I know I got people tapping in and everything that, you always want to look your best. You know what I mean? Get your hair cut. You know what I mean? Smell good, because, cleanliness is next to godliness. So you always want to present yourself, you know what I mean, and stay ready so you don't ever have to get ready, So that's a very, 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 very crucial thing, because I've been in situations where I hit rock bottom, and, when I went back to that blueprint, it saved my ass, you know what I mean? To the point where it's like, to the working out, to looking good, smelling good, the cologne and everything, and those positive affirmations I said to myself, helped out a lot, so always keep that in mind, when you're moving and grooving, coming into this year, so 2026 is your year. So, we putting one brick down, building blocks, 1% better every day, so, I'm never going to say no negative stuff on here. It's always going to be real, so I know you may have people in your life that hate, that don't want to see you do great. You know what I mean? So, you want to be able to set your life up so to where, where you can never be stopped. And even if you stopped, 6 feet deep, it's still moving on. That's what my goal is. I cannot be stopped. You can't stop me, So that's how we moving. You can't stop this, We're going to continue to elevate and be great and have 5-year plans, 10-year plans. So you use the negative energy from this year to go into the next year. And, you always want to, now it's a situation. This is also a present right here. You have to say, okay, 2027 is going to be the year, because you may have been comfortable in this elevation. So now you have to trick yourself into, pushing yourself to get better. But you may be in a better situation that niggas was in a better situation now, right, than last year and the year before and the year before that. But, tricking my brain into like saying, okay, 2027 is going to be the year. So you're tricking yourself into continue to grind, making the next move the best move this year. So 2027 will be different than 2026. So that's also my present that trick that I do that I'll give you guys as a gift for Christmas, because we're handing out gifts. We're handing out gifts right now, So continue to stay in the gym, bump some Tupac, definitely, and read it as a poem. Brainwash yourself, definitely brainwash yourself. You know what I mean? Hopefully I've been brainwashing you by tuning in on this podcast. I'm going to continue to brainwash you while you're watching this podcast. I'm going to continue to brainwash you while you listen to the music. So, and also, tune into other prolific people as well to bring your watch, even books, you know what I mean? How to Win Friends and Influence People, you know what I mean? And Art of War, even for my YNs, tap into the Temptations, you know what I mean? Tap into them or even Mary J. Blige, to brainwash yourself to not be so much in this society of shout out Sexy Red, but shaking booty and you know what I mean, and all this stuff, or drilling and killing, music, but also it's cool, because at the gym it's cool. At the gym is cool, because when you hit that 4th mile, you turn that music up. It's different. What am I, naughty or nice today? Naughty. So yeah, so that's how we moving, man. That's how we moving. That's how we grooving. So I hope everybody's been having a great Christmas, a new year. We're gonna keep this thing going. This stuff ain't gonna stop. Even if the casket drop, it ain't gonna stop. That's the crazy part. We on some real portal shit. We on some everlasting stuff, you know what I mean? And even making a positive impact on people. You know what I mean? That's one of my not New Year resolution things, but it definitely should be in your arsenal. Definitely. I was just talking to you about that. Like, that's the big key right there. Definitely. 100%. Yeah, we gonna make this happen. You know what I mean? All that negative energy, all that hating, all that, there's people out here waking up getting leukemia, cancer, and not being able to walk, see, talk, all types of things. And you know what I mean? And it's just crazy, so we're going to really, 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 really be that positive. We're going to be that light. Just like that note you gave me. Be the light. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And we're going to continue to love ourselves, man. And then also, if you had a bad Christmas, it's okay. If you weren't, it's all right. Everybody's going through it, man. It's part of life, honestly. I always say that. It's part of life. It is. It's okay. Just got to work a little bit harder. Can't be sorry about it. We can't be sorry for ourselves. We just have to be like, okay, it's not what do you do? It's what should I not do? You know what I mean? What should I not do? 100%. It's not what you do. It's what do you don't do? The vices, cut off the vices. Okay. Should I work out twice a day? Okay, let me work out twice a day. Okay, have I read a book this year? Damn, I haven't read a book this year. Have I read a book this month? Damn, I haven't. Let me read a book every month, or a chapter of, so we have to do a lot of things different, and give people opportunity, just like braiding the hair. Boom. I mean, that's a little thing, but just, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, opportunity, Be sharp though. Don't give people chances and shit. Like, hey, don't be all that shit. Play dumb all 2026. Definitely. That's another present I'm gonna give everybody. Play dumb. Play dumb, y'all. Act like you don't know nothing. That's the easiest way to, you know what I mean? For sure. You got any presents to give people? Yeah, so there's another song, This Life I Lead. But that song is like way graphic. Tupac, This Life I Lead. It's crazy. That's a song my pop sent when we was driving and stuff. And that is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. That song's crazy. But yeah, continue to brainwash yourself, man. Brainwash yourself all 2026. You know, definitely listen to the oldies music. If you in the car with your girl, play some old school shit she ain't never heard before. You know, so whether she's sleeping in the car, play it in the house. You know, because subconsciously it'll hit her brain. You know, or put on some prolific movies. You know, so you know, some Bonnie and Clyde shit, or you know, so we're getting each other better. We're getting each other better, man. You know what I mean? We getting each other better. That's all we doing, man. All 2026, we getting each other better. You know, none of that hating shit. And don't quit. Whatever you do, and don't quit. Don't give up on your dreams. Even if you just have to take a break on stuff, you know what I mean? And, you know, get back to it. You know, get back to it. But make sure you don't give up. You know, definitely don't give up. You know, and patience is a big thing. I've been getting told that patience is everything. Patience, you know. Because, you know, when you plant a seed in the ground, it doesn't take until tomorrow until it grows. So, you know. So if you messed up last year, if you messed up last month, if whatever, you know, you got time to correct it. You know what I mean? You definitely have time to correct it. You know, for sure. 100%. You know, if you didn't have a good Christmas this year, hey, next year will be a good Christmas. You know, and it's fine to really dial in, you know, just like I said on the podcast. I've been did the podcast and, you know, a couple months because I put in some footwork, putting some things into place. But, you know, it's fine, you know. If you take a social media break, that's fine. Take a social media break, you know. There's nothing wrong with taking a social media break, you know what I mean? And getting your mental right and, you know, or something. Definitely. Or taking a vacation. But hey, vacation much needed. Definitely. Yeah, and and also don't always assume that some people, you know, well, be mindful of people, you know, definitely be mindful of people, man, because just because, you know, also a person may look like they're doing good, they may be doing bad, you know. So, but that's the game. That's the game I got from OGP. He was like, yo, when you're doing bad, look good. He was like, because that is your biggest, that's your biggest shit. 100%. And when and working out is important because when the bitch blow, you gonna look, he said, you gonna look yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, all right, fuck that bitch. That's what he said. So I think that's like the biggest thing. You know what I mean? Is to look good while things are bad. You know what I mean? And work your ass off. You know what I mean? And because that shit, that's you know, that's the biggest thing for sure. You got any presents to give? I know you got some presents. We're just chopping it up. It's Christmas. You ain't got no presents. Dang. Shoot. Don't give up. Work hard. You know? Yeah. Definitely. That's pretty much short, simple, sweet, though. I told you it was going to be short. You know what I mean? Short presents and stuff, you know? So, so we're brainwashing ourselves all 2026. We are never giving up. We are definitely proving all our haters wrong. So if you have any haters, it's just perfect. It's just perfect, I don't go to sleep. Like, when I go to sleep, I'll be thinking about that shit. So, like, I will literally go so fucking hard and do shit so strategic and work so hard knowing that someone's hating on me and wishing bad on me. So, challenge accepted. You know what I mean? So you literally have to be like, okay, challenge accepted. Ain't no shades on me right now. No shades. Staring deep into your soul right now. Challenge accepted. So, happiness, that's number one. That's for sure number one. And peace of mind goes hand in hand with that. So, what I mean by that is gaining so much knowledge and moving so smooth. Be the smooth kind. Be the smooth kind. And moving so player and so emotionless to the point where it's like nothing will shake you up. You know what I mean? Nothing will shake you up. So building that armor on yourself and accepting that challenge. No. I'm not talking about beating your ass. No. I'm not talking about beating my ass, beating myself up, meaning abusing myself, taking vices or whatever, pitting myself in bad situations. No, that means handling situations, being very mature and gaining so much knowledge. But, I'm speaking for yourself, you know what I mean? If you're going through things like this and proving people wrong, to gain that, to get that peace of mind, you know what I mean? To get that happiness, you know what I mean? And that all trickles down to, the success, with success, of course, but, creating that business or, opening doors in your brain that you never thought could be unlocked and growing more, because a lot of people stunt their growth. I really think a lot of people stunt their growth, So we can't be those type of people, you know what I mean? So me being 30 or me coming from where I grew up, or being in situations, you know what I mean? It's not an end all be all. And I'm a firm believer on that, So, as much as we want to just bash these type of people that just are just fucked up, you know what I mean, and wish bad on your goals and stuff or whatever, for this upcoming year or whatever, just the holiday season, we have to wish good on these people. Definitely. We just wish good on these people, or if you're religious, pray for these type of people, because at the end of the day, they're also going through things, you know, and that goes back to what I said on the last podcast. Being lenient is very, 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 very crucial and very important. And that also goes down to slowing down. You know, I'm not perfect. You know, I practice that. I practice that. Even if, shout out my cousin, very proud of you. I was just talking to you, you know, going off to doing big things. I remember one thing you told me, and I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? And also you would say this too, and you would be like, and you were like that, just like my sister. But being by yourself. Definitely. Being by yourself. Definitely. A lot of people can't do that. We was talking about that. A lot of people can't do that, but I think it helps out a lot.
Because they feast on other people's energies.
Yeah. Energy harvesters. Yeah.
Vampires.
Sound like OGP.
It's exhausting being around other people.
Yeah, he like vampire. But yeah, but being by yourself is very crucial. You know what I mean? And you don't want it to be to get to a point where you're in confinement, solitary confinement, some shit like that in prison. I don't know, but you don't want it to be. You don't want it to be. Take it there, and then you're in solitary confinement. I don't even know how that shit did. Hey, and then nigga, you're by yourself. Then you like, damn.
Crazy house.
That too. That too. Be in there with the crazy, or prison, be in the solitary in the box and shit. So
You get that if you're bad.
yeah, you get that if you're bad. Yeah. But what I mean is, like, you know, you don't want to take it there when you could easily just, you know, take it there by yourself. You know what I mean? But that's a big thing, I think, just being by yourself for sure. Because, you know, if you're not fortunate to have someone like you, that's like just so just
chill.
Yeah, you know, and just feed you just so much good energy and positive affirmations, and let you know everything's okay when you know what I mean? And, you know, a lot of people really don't have that. And I think people, and I was telling you this the other day, I think people really, really think it's a game, you know? Like that lady, the black lady at Sally's, she was like, motherfuckers could really shout out me, you know, because I'm sharp, and, you know, hey. And you're like, no, I think this is a man's. Fuck no. We're in America. So, but, you know, when you're just like, fuck you. I wish that. Fuck you. That bum ass, you son of a bitch, or people can absorb that a different way. You get what I'm saying? I'm being dead serious, homie. Like, people could absorb that shit a different way and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill myself. Or fuck it, I'm gonna fucking air this bitch out. Or fuck it, you know what I mean? So, and I think people really, 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 really need to, if you can, I understand we from the hood and shit, or, you know, you may be going through some shit, but I really, 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 really would recommend you. OG people say, because there was cutters, you know, girls that cut, you know, go in the forest by yourself and like cut a tree down, or just scream in the forest, and, you know, because scream in the car is good.
I think people could hear you though.
You scream in the car,
That.
just turn up the music, you know, turn up the music, or work out. Because I like it to the point where I like fuck myself up, you know? Like, you know, the 1.7 miles and the 1.7 miles back. When we were running back the 1.7 miles, I think it was like 5 miles. But, you know, you go to a different place. You know what I mean? So I really think that helps out a lot. But yeah, Christmas talk. New Year's edition. New holiday talk. 47, baby. But yeah, so yeah. Yeah, just be very like, you have to be a master of communication. Or if you can't, just definitely be by yourself. You know what I mean? Definitely, yeah. Because I'm a player. I'm only gonna get better with time. So, I'm not gonna say I'm perfect, but definitely, words are fucking crucial, man. Yeah, do music if you want to. The music is good too. Music is great. Definitely screaming that motherfucking mic. Ay. Definitely. Instead of doing that. Plus, you get paid for that shit. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. Shit. Yeah. But we'll be here for you. We'll be here for you, and make sure we continue this, and we'll grow together. Like I said, it's going to be a different setup here soon, and I'll add on another camera. As you've seen on my last podcast, but like I said, that was my my brother's engineer's camera that we use. So you seen the transition, but we're gonna level up, man. We're gonna level up and continue to treat ourselves well. Treat other people well, and continue to grow. Don't be scared to grow. Don't be scared to be different. Hey, have you worn a suit lately? No, put on a suit. Add another suit to your collection. Definitely add another book to your collection. Like I said, say something nice to somebody randomly. Definitely make it a thing where it's like one thing. Try to do something nice, something like that. I don't know, a day.
Compliment.
One compliment a day. For sure, practice it. Just one compliment a day, and definitely one compliment a day to yourself. Yeah, random person compliment. Because that goes a long way, man. So I know it's a crazy world out here. I know you gotta do what you gotta do. Definitely gotta do what you gotta do. But at the end of the day, as long as your ethics and morals are there, you good. It's green light, go. God will accept you. Hey, God will accept you. So yeah, that's how we doing it this holiday season, man. We're gonna stay positive. We're gonna keep this marathon going. Continue to work out. Continue to try something new. Try something different. Continue to grind. Keep your grind going. Continue to elevate yourself, change yourself. Continue to do all those type of things, man. Because time definitely doesn't wait for nobody. Time definitely doesn't wait for nobody. So yeah, that's pretty much it. 100%. Late night edition. Christmas. Like I said, hope everybody got what they deserve or got what they wanted. If you didn't get what you wanted, hey, Santa's gonna come another time. Definitely. So trying to think of some other good gifts I could give everybody. Definitely. I mean, that's some good gifts right there. To just push through. Definitely. Don't don't care what nobody says. Don't care what nobody thinks. Definitely, that's another gift. And believing yourself. Definitely believing yourself. Definitely believing yourself. 100%. Because if they could do, if the most successful people could do it, if they did it, hey, you could do it too. But I already know, hate comes with it. A legendary entrepreneur told me that the hate come with it. So if you're not ready for the hate, you're not ready for success. So it's gonna be the closest people that's gonna hate on you. It's gonna be random people. So I always say this. So we're gonna continue to ball. That's all we could do is just continue to ball. Yeah, but we're gonna head it on out, man. That was a good episode. Christmas Day edition. Yeah, short, simple, sweet, man. Make sure you bump that Tupac too. I'm telling you. So, yeah, we're gonna head it on out. Looking fresh, stay fresh. Make sure you continue to stay fresh, smell good, look good. Stay positive. Don't care about a hater. You know what I mean? And keep being greater. Make them give them a show. Let's give them a show. Let's continue to give these people a show. You got any gifts to give people, family, friends, the listeners? Gifts.
Nothing I haven't already said.
Yeah, it's late night edition. But yeah, man, just remember open those presents up and attack. Let's attack the year. You know what I mean? So let's get it, man. Episode 47. We're gonna head it on out, man. It's always a treat when players meet podcast, starring your host, Prince the P. Episode 47. Continue to be great. You can do it. And we out just like that.